Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Um, it's been a while since you saw me. Um, Hi. Sorry, I'm a little bit inconsistent with content, but I promise you, it will all be worth it. This entire month going forward is going to be a lot. I have a lot of movie reviews planned. A lot. There's a lot to unpack. I don't even know where to start. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my notes here real quick and go ahead and get started. There is another movie I was gonna put in the thumbnail, but I'm gonna save that for a separate review because I think it's actually kind of a big deal right now. So it won't be in this stream. I have let's see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 movies. I have 9 movies I want to talk about today. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I have 8 movies I want to talk about. I thought I had 9. No, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, no, I can't count. I have 8. Go. Yo, what's up, Jay? So, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Um, I'm gonna start off with Swapped. Spoilers ahead, by the way. For any movies that you haven't seen, I'm gonna spoil a little bit. So, spoilers ahead. Need to clarify that every stream. I keep forgetting to do that. Even every review, I do that. Swapped. It is about a bird and some kind of a rodent thing. I don't know. Um, Essentially, they swap bodies, and every animal around the forest kind of swaps bodies from this like magic orb. Um, that's so powerful. You just say the name of a creature, and bam, you turn into that creature. It's kind of a cool concept. I hadn't seen a film like that ever. Honestly, I feel like I have. I don't know. I don't know why I feel like I have. I don't know. It's a good movie. I mean, it's just charming and adorable, but then it gets like kind of boring at times. I will give this. I had it a lot lower of a rating, but then there came a plot twist. Shout out Tracy Morgan. He might have been the best part of this entire movie. The whole movie has like Michael B. Jordan in a voice acting role post Oscar win, and they market it as, oh, this is a big movie for Michael B. Jordan, but this was a big movie for Tracy Morgan because he killed it. He absolutely killed it. He played this fish that was kind of like the friend to Michael B. Jordan and this other bird. And I'm not going to tell you what Michael B. Jordan's character was, but essentially he's kind of important to the movie. But Tracy Morgan's character was probably even more important, and he is evil. Evil. And yeah, if you want to go check out this movie, it's on Netflix. I don't know for how long, but it's on Netflix. It's a very fun movie, but it gets like dark fast, and it gets like really, really sad. So with the surprise plot twist, I had this like at like a 6.5. But I mean that plot twist was fantastic, and the animation's solid. I got to give credit to Skydance. Their animation department's fantastic. I mean, it's held by uh, probably one of the greatest ever in John Lasseter, even though I don't like that name. But you know, he works in that company now. Crazy. I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. I mean, it's breathtaking. The visuals are fantastic, and it's probably one of the best animated films I've seen all year. But I have to give it a lower rating than most of them because it just gets like sad when it doesn't need to be sad. But the plot twist made me realize it's not that average. It's actually kind of solid. It just it had a lot more to be desired. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm giving it a 7.5. Next we got here Deep Water. Now, Deep Water is an interesting case here. Now, I'd like to start off by saying to anyone who thought this movie was trash, I don't think you like cheesy B-rated horror thrillers, or you just don't like Jaws. Because this movie was basically just a newer version of Jaws. And I'm kind of here for it. I'm kind of here for it. I will admit it does feel low budget. I will admit that a little. It does have a bit of a low budget feel, But this movie kind of shocked me a little bit. Not only did it feel super realistic, the underwater camera work is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Super underappreciated. No one's talking about it enough. I think the little girl and the little boy, who are very important to this movie, are kind of important to the story. They Oh, and if you're wondering what the movie's about, it's about a plane crash and a bunch of sharks are trying to eat all these passengers alive. That's the whole movie. But these two little kids, they're the stars of the movie. You also got the captain who's trying to keep the passengers sane. You got these esports people. You got a dude who basically caused the entire plane crash, and thankfully he got killed off. And honestly, one of the best kills I've ever seen in a movie ever. I mean, I'm sorry, I just knew it was gonna happen. I hated his character. When you watch the movie, you'll understand who I mean. But this dude was like, he brought in like this suspect briefcase, and he was like, "Oh, I'm in first class," and stuff like that. He was just really being annoying. He was a super big super big inconvenience. That's the word I'm looking for. And he was just kind of a pain in the ass. And honestly, he kind of deserved to get killed off. He sucked. He was awful. Everyone else in the movie did super well. There was a grandma who had like a lot of like motivation for the little boy to like just keep going. I called him a hot shot, and she kind of sacrificed herself to essentially let him live. And it's kind of sad. I mean, this movie can get sad like really fast, but honestly, as weird as the sharks look, it's a solid movie. And I have to give the same rating I did for Swapped because this movie surprised me. Like I enjoyed it, but it's definitely like low budget. So I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10. I mean, it is really low budget, but I think it works. Again, that underwater camera work is phenomenal. I think the acting's solid, except for the main D-bag character. I don't like him, but that's just me personally. Next, we got here Tuner. I'm not as crazy about this movie as most people. This is about a guy who is a piano tuner, and he has a condition on his ear where he can't really hear well, but he can feel the heartbeat of a safe, and he can open it just by heartbeats or like by like the tuning of it, like a piano tuner. And it is like all over the place. Now, granted, it goes by pretty fast, even for a somewhat long movie. It kind of goes by pretty quick. I think Dustin Hoffman was kind of overhyped for this movie. He unfortunately gets killed off, like unfortunately in a sad way. Um, it's a lot to unpack. A lot. There's at one point there's this gang that's like trying to take him in, like the main guy who's the piano tuner, and at one point they're gonna try to kill his girlfriend, which is crazy. It it's so it's such a burden to know that this had really good reviews from the critics, but the audiences were like, eh. And I could see where they're coming from. Like they did a really crappy job marketing this movie, and not even that. It had so much potential. Like this could have been a fantastic movie, and it was kind of a bummer, kind of a letdown. But it wasn't like a bad movie. It was just good, and that's it. And at times it was just kind of eh. So Tuner could have been a really slick, edited like thriller, which it kind of was at times, and other times the editing kind of sucked. The camera work was solid. There's a scene where they're showing a montage of the safe unlocking, and that was kind of cool. But I mean, it's just a lot to unpack. So I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. This could have been so much more, so much more, and I think that it could have had potential to be like an Oscar contender. Maybe in the sound department it might be, but other than that, I don't see it for really anything else. I'm gonna be honest, but still an okay, good movie. You know what I mean? It's still a good movie. It's just it could have been so much more. Next, we got here Power Ballad. Now, Power Ballad centers around Paul Rudd, who's a songwriter, and Nick Jonas kind of steals his music, quote unquote. and he uses it to make a very viral song, and it becomes number one on the Billboard charts, number one everywhere, all over the world. And Paul Rudd is pissed, and he wants credit on the song because he wrote a piece of lyrics that Nick Jonas is singing, and he's like, I don't know what this guy's talking about. He's smoking crack, and that's what makes this movie kind of work a little bit. Where the drama aspect is just fine, the comedy in this film is fantastic. The chemistry between Nick Jonas and Paul Rudd is undeniable. Unfreaking deniable. But what hampers this movie is slow. Super, super, super slow. For a movie that's trying to make me laugh and I'm trying to take in all this family drama stuff going on in the background, it is a lot, and I mean a lot to unpack. So the drama in this film is just fine, but the comedy is like fantastic. But I think as a movie, as a whole, the story's not too crazy. It's just, you know, I felt like I went into it thinking more was gonna happen, and it kind of didn't. They never got to reconcile at all over the songwriting credit, and he never. Maybe he did get a songwriting credit. I don't remember the ending well, but I remembered that at one point he's kind of like, you know what, screw it, we're gonna go to America and I'm gonna go bombard him. The best scene in the movie was easily bar none when Paul Rudd invades the party that Nick Jonas is setting up, and he's literally staring at him while he's in a hot tub. It's kind of funny, honestly. That was the best part of the whole movie. And then I think Nick Jonas and Paul Rudd are about to fight, or maybe they did. I don't remember the movie that well. It's been a while since I watched it, but yeah, you know, definitely could have been more. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Next, we're gonna go into Citizen Vigilante. Now, this movie's a little controversial for all the right reasons. This movie centers around a guy killing immigrants. Illegal immigrants who are murderers. Well, no, not murderers, but rapists. Yeah. That's the whole movie. It's kind of messed up. Now, this could have been something completely different, and it did not become that. But what makes me give this a very low rating isn't just that the movie's bad. There was something creative to this movie. I will give it some credit. I'll give some credit to you, Bull. Shout out to Alone in the Dark and Blood Rain. Shout out to that guy. Hate you. I hate you. Do not ever cast Armie Hammer in a movie ever again. Ever. Get him as far away from the silver screen as possible. Get him, hell, for that matter, get him away from the cameras. Please. He cannot act. He cannot act. To save his life, he cannot act. The movies could have been so much better without Armie Hammer, or even not even exist at all. Now, unlike Animal Farm, where I felt like I wanted to rip my hair out, this movie made me want to actually throw a gallon of water over my head and be soaking wet the whole time. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up on the fly. This movie just sucked. But it's not like it was bad on purpose. There was something they were trying to go for. And I think they were trying to get this message of like, hey, these people are like hurting all these other people. And like there's nothing anyone's doing about it. The government's doing nothing about it. They were trying to get a message out of it. Am I spelling vigilante correctly? Okay. I feel like there was a message they were trying to go for, and this movie did a really bad job at it. They did a horrible job. Now the camera work is okay, the editing's okay. A lot of blood. God, it's a lot of blood. They keep flashbacking to the scene in question that I mentioned earlier about rape, and yeah, it gets dark, really dark, and the ending is so awful, just awful. It makes me wonder what U Bull was smoking before he decided to write the script to this movie. I want to know what he was smoking. I don't even know if he wrote the movie. I just want to know what he was smoking. I'm curious. But for that matter, I'm giving it a 2 out of 10. I'm standing on that too. I can't give it higher than that. It's bad, and they could have did something so much better, or just not do the movie at all. But it's definitely a little bit more interesting than Animal Farm. That's all I'll say. Next, we got Death of Robin Hood. Now, this was a major disappointment. While I liked the movie, I thought I was going to go into this thinking, oh, a violent Robin Hood. I love that. I want to see where this goes. It's based on a piece of Robin Hood lore where he's the villain. He's a killer. Instead of being the heroic guy who goes to save Teresa, no, or was it Teresa? I don't remember. I think I just made that up. Edit that out. He goes to save. I'm gonna do this live. I don't even know if that's correct. Oops. Oh, okay. I accidentally exited something out. What was it? Robin Hood love interest. Maid Marian. Who? Oh my God! I got her confused with Mother Teresa. Oh my God. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Maid Marian. That's who it was. It was actually Clorinda. Yeah, Maid Marian. So instead of giving Maid Marian like a love interest, they just made Robin Hood like a stone cold killer. And the story is really dark and a little bit scary at times. This movie acts more like a drama than it does like a horror movie or an action flick. It is a very slow, drawn out drama. That's it. Now, there is some action in it, but I'd argue this isn't an action movie. I'd argue this is a drama entirely. It is slow, drawn out. You can take in the amazingly breathtaking scenery. The camera work is fantastic. I think the editing is phenomenal. Costumes are great. Love it. Everything in the technical department is fantastic. But the acting in this is honest to God boring. So freaking boring. This might have been one of the most boringly cool movies I have ever watched in my entire life. And that is coming from the heart. This could have been so much better. And it disappoints me. It disappoints me that I have to give it this rating. Because I really thought, oh, this would be like a really dark movie. And it was just hella sad. You know what I mean? It was just a really sad movie. So, I mean, I think with that, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Like, this could have been so much more, man. This was a huge letdown. Like, this was a big letdown. Everything in the movie, from the awesome choreo to the action scenes, the sound, the film editing, the camera work, phenomenal. The acting and the direction are just boring. The script is boring. It's just boring. You could have just made this a whole action flick, and I would think it'd be fantastic. But we all can't have nice things, I guess. Next, we got Little Brother. Now, I tried to review this before, so I'm going to try to review it now. Little Brother centers around John Cena having a foster brother from this like charity thing he did when his character was in high school, and Eric Andre plays the foster brother in question as an adult. Now, this is supposed to be funny, and it is not funny in the slightest. At times it is, most of the time it's not. It feels forced. Cena plays a real estate guy going on to a TV show about hustling, working his way up the ladder, and Eric Andre is the comedic relief. That's it. That's the entire movie in a nutshell. The funniest scene in the movie is where Cena accidentally, well, not accidentally, but like unintentionally takes cocaine, and he's partying his ass off at a party while high as crack on coke. It's honest to God hilarious. But other than that, the movie is just super boring and dry, and it's not even at times funny at all. And I think As a concept, it would have been a very funny movie if they actually tried to do something with this, script that they were given, but no. And they're both funny guys. This should have been a recipe for success. Excuse me, but it stinks. It stinks. It really stinks. So I'm gonna have to give it a 4 out of 10. It's just not that funny. Could have been so much funnier, but whatever. Finally, we have Strong. Can we get Chloe Bailey some other acting opportunities that don't involve horror or thrillers? Can we get her far away from the horror or thriller genre, please? It's not working. It's not working. Granted, a comedic thriller could be funny, and she's a very funny woman. She's a very funny actress, and she's super entertaining, super sweet. Does not need to do horror or thriller. As much as I can respect the hustle that she's gone through over the last couple of years alongside her sister Hallie, and they make great music together, even solo. Hallie has had a better career, and all she had to do was make a funny, cute sort of rom com with Regé Jean Page from Bridgerton. And I didn't even see the movie, but I heard everybody seems to love that movie. All she had to do was do a cute little rom com. Chloe Bailey's doing whatever the hell Strong was. At least Praise This was kind of good, but like this is a disappointment. And not even that, what was the point of this movie? What was the point? Who in their right mind said this was a good movie? Like, be honest with me. I'm not even sounding crazy here. Who actually thinks this is a good movie? Name me one person. I don't think it is. I think this was one of the biggest letdowns of the year. Right up there with a couple other movies I mentioned today. This entire video, I could have did a bunch of separate reviews, but you're lucky I'm doing it as a stream. This was the biggest one of them all. I was hyped about this. I was wondering, a horror concept that actually could work this time? No. It's like Get Out, but not Get Out, if that makes any sense. It's like you made a Jordan Peele movie without Jordan Peele, but you replaced Jordan Peele with Tyler Perry. And also, Tyler Perry, stay away from horror, please. You're not good at it. Just stay away from it. That's why we have Jordan Peele for a reason. If Jordan Peele did this movie, at least I'd be intrigued. That's why I like the movie Him, and a lot of people don't like that movie. You know what I mean? Like, this was just not good at all. It's not that Chloe's a bad actress in it. I think she's great. Lynn Whitfield stinks. She's awful. God awful. The little girl in this movie, boring as crap. The guy that is basically a part of the plot. He's like the son of of Lynn Whitfield's character. He stinks. The wife stinks. The wife to the guy I mentioned earlier, she stinks. And at one point, she's getting freaky with Chloe. It's like there's this weird sensual tension. Like, what the hell's going on in this movie? There's like a lot of unusual tension. Oh, and then like the plot twist of the century. Yeah, Lynn Whitfield's sleeping with the guy that I thought was her son. Nope, they're lovers. God, this movie pisses me off. God, this movie sucks. Like this, I had so much hope for it. I had so much hope. Whoever thinks it's a good movie, you're on crack. You are on crack. Chloe was the best part of the movie. It's not even close. She's fantastic. But like the horror and the thriller aspects are awful. And then the ending where Lynn Whitfield's character gets killed by Chandelier. 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 See us, Chandelier. God help us all. God help us all. I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. Terrible. Awful. So much potential was wasted on a pile of crap. So much potential. That's what we're going with today. This is all the reviews I got for today. Now, before I get on out of here, I have 2 big announcements. I got 2 big announcements. Number 1, through the month of August, I will be attempting, and I put in quotation marks, attempting to get the following movie reviews within this month. And I'm going to mention them to you on stream. Dead Man's Wire, Night Patrol, The Wrecking Crew, How to Make a Killing, Mother Mary, The Invite, Minions and Monsters, Young Washington, the 2026 remake of Moana, Evil Dead Burn, The Odyssey, and Spider Man Brand New Day. Those movies I mentioned will be getting a movie review within this month. And one more thing, if you stay to the end, good. I will be attempting one of the stupidest ideas I've ever done for content. I will be attempting the Long Walk Treadmill Challenge. What is that, you may ask? The Long Walk Treadmill Challenge revolves around walking on a treadmill while watching the movie The Long Walk at 3 miles an hour. 3 miles an hour. I have to do that from the beginning of the movie right up to the end credits. The whole time, I can only drink water or some kind of energy drink. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through it in one standing, or should I say, one long walk. It's a really dumb idea, but I'm going to attempt it. I don't know when I will be attempting this, but it will be attempted in some way, shape, or form. So if you want to be a part of the stream, I will be streaming it on Twitch. You will be getting the full POV from me. Now, I will not be showing the movie due to copyright reasons, but I might try to play the audio in the background. I got to figure out how to do it. I may not. I don't know. I got to figure it out. You're going to get my raw, authentic reaction. I want reactors to be able to clip every single part of the stream. I'd like people to actually send me in any clips that come up during the movie, any faces I make, any just anything in general from that stream. If you want to clip me out of context, go right ahead. I might start saying crazy stuff. I don't know. But that will be attempted at some point this weekend or later during the week. I don't know. But I wanted to mention that at the end of the stream, so you will be getting it. All right? With that, I will be seeing you guys soon. It's crazy. I mean, most of these movies had like wasted potential. Some of them were good though. Some of them were not great. I'll see you guys soon. I think my next film review should be coming within later in the night, or maybe during the night, tomorrow in the afternoon. I don't know. I'll see you guys soon though. Have a good night, y'all. Deuces.